have read probably 50 to 60 sapphic romance novels this year, anywhere from the New York Times bestseller at the front of Barnes & Noble's to a self-published book that maybe has 20 reviews on Goodreads. I've read them all, and today I want to share with you truly my favorite books of the year that I loved. I read a ton of books I love, but you know when you're watching a show or you're reading a book and it's all you think about, and you're at the doctor's office and you're just waiting for them to leave so you can kind of take your book out of your pocket and read just a page. These are those types of books. I read them in a day. I was obsessed with them. I was devastated when they were over. And I'm so honored to do it from this massive chair that I just had delivered to my house. It took so long to arrive and it takes up 75% of my office and I love it. First of all, The Honey Witch by the absolutely delightful Sydney J. Shields. I loved this book. It is about a young witch who is cursed to never fall in love, and I bet you can guess what pickle she gets herself into. I really think this should be adapted into a movie, and I really think I should star in it. Just something to think about. I know I already talked about A Dark and Dreading Tide, so I'm gonna be so fast, but I really just love this book so much. And I think even if you're straight, you can read this book because the main character is just a spitting image of Timothée Chalamet. This one is so fun. This book was actually sent to me by a person who listens to my podcast who wrote this book. And when I opened up my P.O. box and this was staring back at me, yeah. I was pretty excited. To me, this is the picture of gay literature. It's about a non-binary outlaw in the 1800s Wild West. This character, Lou, is so emotionally repressed that they can't tell Clementine how they really feel, but you bet your bottom dollar they can train a wild horse for her, and they can build her a house with their own bare, calloused hands. The last book that I would say is my favorite book of the year, maybe of all time. I'm almost embarrassed to say it because I feel like it's so obvious, and it's probably your favorite book of the year too. It's Boomtown. I know. There's angst, there's danger, there's sex, there's horses. When I first read Boomtown, emphasis on first, I was in the beautiful hillside of Guatemala, and I literally was at dinner with my phone in my shirt reading Boomtown on my Kindle app. That's how obsessed with it I was. I did hear recently that Boomtown was originally a Haunting of Bly Manor fanfiction, and the only reason this surprised me was because I cannot believe I hadn't already read it. Because I will tell you, I have gone to Boomtown on some Haunting of Bly Manor fanfiction, and I never saw it. Let me know if you read any of these books, if you've read any of these books, and happy gay reading.
Ladies, after we finish prayer, let's partner up and we're gonna practice kissing our future husband.
What?
Lindsay, trust me, our husband deserves a pure woman, but he yearns for the mouth of a whore. Proverbs 69. Abstinence should be something we enjoy. My boyfriend Garrett has been begging me to get married for years. And even though I can't wait to make love, I keep telling him, let's wait. Because imagine how special the sex will be if we wait like 15 years or something.
Why have we never met him?
So as I've told you, he goes to college out of state, and once I graduate high school, I will be going to visit him, and I can show you a picture. Does that work for you, Nancy Drew? Welcome to CrossFit for Christ. All right, we're gonna start with some bench dips. God-fearing men love huge traps. Lindsay, get on my back. I'm gonna do a push-up.
I wanna try.
Daniel, get away from me. If you touch me, I'll get aroused, and I can't do that to Garrett or Jesus. All right, remember, ladies, meet me after sermon if you wanna buy some of my homemade granola. Support a sister in Christ small business so she can buy the new Indigo Girls album. Bible, I meant to say Bible. I would love to buy a new Bible. Mine is just so beat up from all of the use. I have never been a lesbian that is super grief-stricken by the fact that I was closeted in high school. I had a fun high school experience. I came out when I was 18. To me, I'm just like, whatever. I go to therapy a lot. I don't even really think I've ever talked about being closeted in therapy because I'm just like, well, it's over and I don't really care. Well, every single year around this time, I'm like, actually, wait a minute. Maybe it's affected me so much because anytime I see a video of two lesbians going to prom, I uncontrollably sob. I cannot control myself. And it's not like sweet single tears. It's like mouth open, silent crying. And that's something I'm going to need to run by my therapist. And I wish I could say it was because I'm just so happy for them. Like, oh my God, look how far we've come. I do feel that separately, but when I'm crying, that is not tears of happiness. I'll tell you that right now. That is pure jealousy. I'm purely jealous. And I think it's also a moment for me where I allow myself to be like, what could your life have been? What if when everyone else was having sex, you weren't doing short form improv that whole time. Because let's go back to when I was asked to prom, which by the way was by a very attractive man who was on a water polo team. Okay, he was on our school water polo team. So I'm just saying, Kenny did pretty good. When he asked me to prom, it was after play rehearsal for me. He was in the parking lot waiting for me. I was dressed as Jacques Clouseau because that's who I auditioned for in the school play. I was in what I would consider high drag. I had a mustache on, and he asked me to prom. And no one was like, is she gay? Anyways, just a grief for what my high school experience could have been. I had a fine high school experience, but I'm seeing these couples on Instagram and TikTok that are like, oh my God, they look so cute. One of them's like in a tux and one of them's in a dress, and they're like a couple. And they're like going, I'm gonna start crying now. I'm just like, I wish I could have had that so bad. That would have been so cool. This is what I mean. Like, I really didn't think I cared about this, but then every time I see these prom photos, I'm like, that sucks so bad that I had to, like, sorry to my prom date. We had a really nice time. And then the year before that, I went to junior prom with my gay best friend, so that was also great. But, like, none of us got to ever just, like, go with a person who made, like, who we were excited to really go with, including my prom date, who probably was like, why is she so distant, and why will she not dance with me, and why is she keep, like, punching me in the arm and making a joke? Like, a lot of people were hurt during this, okay? Anyways, happy prom season. That's really exciting for you guys. I hope you have a really fun time.
Jessica and I just had this immediate connection, and I could definitely see myself proposing to her at the end of this.
I'm having so much fun.
But Jessica, I don't want to just have fun with you. I want you to have my babies.
Oh my God,
Look over there.
I think it's super important to keep your options open in paradise because honestly, that's why we're all here.
Didn't you just say to Jessica you want her to have your babies?
No.
My name is Meredith. You might recognize me from season 6 of Bachelor in Paradise, where I had to leave early because I suffered a medically induced heat episode.
Meredith, what happened to Damien?
I shoved a rose up his cheating ass thorns first. I really like Jessica, but tonight I got to spend some one-on-one time with Meredith, and I mean, we had one of the best conversations I've ever had.
I love Pilates.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a partner in crime.
What crime?
Man, Meredith, you're dangerous.
I guess it's my turn to live my fairy tale.
I'm picking you up. Get in the car. No, sweetheart, you do not need a car seat. You're 7 years old. When I was your age, I already had a DUI. Your parents couldn't pick you up today because they have a meeting with a divorce lawyer. You didn't know they were separating? Oh, my God. You are so sheltered. I mean, seriously, your dad drives a Chevy Silverado and has an American flag tattooed on his bicep, and you thought he had a happy marriage? Okay, I just need to grab something from my boyfriend's house. Do not tell your mother that we came here. Derek, this is the problem. It's excuse after excuse, and I told you, no, listen to me. Listen to me. I told you you could keep living with your ex-wife, but I did not tell you that you could sleep with both of his sisters.
When is it my turn? When is it my turn?
Last year, he took me to Rainforest Cafe on Valentine's Day.
I'm like, where did that guy go?
Derek, I was just in a car crash. My Toyota Camry, it rolled 4 times. They're giving me CPR right now. I'm selling Mary Kay. Do you want to buy some?
I don't have any money.
Well, neither did I last year when I bought that steel popcorn from your Boy Scout troop, but I made it work, because that's what family does.